How bloody exciting is this, folks? My third Ineos, okay? I've done the wagon, I've done the other Quartermaster, but a petrol, and now I've got the Keeper in, what colour is it, mate?
Cellar green it is, Reuben.
Cellar green, and this is the diesel. And we're going to do something really, really special with this one. We're actually going to chop the chassis and extend it by 300 and put a really big, cool touring setup on the back. So I'm really, really stoked with that. But I'm here with Dicko, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Okay, he's the #1 salesman here at Ignition Car Centre, and he is the guru when it comes to these Ineoses. So, mate, thanks very much for sorting this deal out for me, mate. It's an absolute cracker. So, for the folks at home, what would the delivery process look like? I want you to walk me through the whole process like I'm a normal customer without not buying me third one, if that makes sense. So you guys get the proper experience of what to expect from an Ineos dealer anywhere in the country, okay? But these guys, I believe, are the pinnacle, so it's going to be pretty hard to beat.
Yeah. So Reuben, we obviously it's a long journey for owners getting their Grenadier or Quartermaster. So we hold their hands as tightly as we can, and that starts when they come in, choose their colours, their specifications, pick the vehicle that's right for them, and then we do our best to get it ready for them as quickly as possible. And then we come to our handover day, like today, where we get to do a reveal and show them their new vehicle, their new Grenadier. It's pretty exciting for them and us, so it really brings a bit of excitement through Ignition Car Centre, so we love those days. And then we try and show as much as we can on the day, and there's a lot of information with a Grenadier. It's a unique vehicle, so it's not like anything else you buy out there. So we try and walk slowly around the vehicle, show people as much as we can. They do forget things, so it's not a handover day and then see you later. We keep in contact with our owners. They join clubs throughout Australia, and they come back to us quite regularly to either upgrade the vehicle or ask questions about it. So today's the beginning of the journey, or we've already started it a bit, but today's that day where you get your vehicle, and that's probably the most exciting day for most owners.
Yeah, absolutely. And people are probably wondering, this has got no number plates on it. It hasn't got a tray or anything like that. I'm actually picking it up on the tilt tray, and we're doing it pre-registration. So we're doing the GVM upgrade to 4.5 tonne, and we are doing the chassis extension. So that is all at federal approval, and you can have that registered in any state in Australia, and you can get it right through your dealer here at Ignition Car Centre. So when you are in the market and you do want to upgrade your GVM, make sure you do it pre-rego. It makes everything so much easier, and these guys look after you. So then once we've done all the modifications, it comes back here, it'll get all registered, and it can go on its way to its owner. So all that will be down the track, but today is just the initial pickup, and before we get hooking in and doing all the work.
That sounds exactly it, Reuben. People are asking for this. You're there, you're doing the work, you're out testing it, and that's what people want to see from you, and you're doing a great job, mate.
Thanks, mate. Well, cool. What are we up to next, mate?
Well, we'll do the walk around. So essentially we pretty much start right at the beginning. We start talking about the different components and parts of the vehicle. Just make sure owners have any questions that we answer them as best we can. And then as we go around, we sort of go through everything and then hop into the vehicle at the end.
Cool.
Right, so Reuben, we're at the front of the vehicle here. So where we start is the bash plates right at the bottom there. We've got 2 rated recovery points at the bottom. So they're not just there for looks, they're not plastic, they're fair income recovery points, which is a bit of a bonus. We got a steel bumper, which can be added, a rhubarb can be added to that quite easily, which is quite a popular addition. And we do have some other options, but that's this one's got the steel bumper on there for now. No doubt you're going to do some work there.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we got our projector lights, so they self-level at startup. We've got our daylights on there, which are the halos, and they're also our indicators.
Yeah.
Our projector lights are our high beams, and we can add our spotlights into that process or into that as well. So aluminium paneling throughout. So the front of the vehicle here is all aluminium paneling, all the way to where the tub begins. The tub is steel and the roof is steel, but that's the front of the vehicle.
Okay, well, you beauty. And I tell you, in this colour, I don't think, people might think I'm a bit mad, but this is really traditional. I love it. I call it British racing green. It's called cellar green, but it's like really, really English, and it gets right down to my roots and my heritage, to be honest, because I'm first generation Australian. My parents immigrated here from England, so they absolutely love these. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Reuben, so now we're moving down the side of the vehicle. So we've got our 17-inch steel rims on here. Also a very traditional option for a lot of owners that want to keep that sort of look. We're on BFG KO2s here, so 265, 55, 17s. All terrains. They're not the most aggressive tyres out there, but a lot of our owners are really happy with them, and they're a good tyre.
Well, I can tell you, when I first picked up my wagon, those tyres there, I put them down to 10 PSI and we drove Beer O'Clock Hill in completely stock form with 200 kilometres on the clock on my station wagon. So you might say they're not that aggressive a tyre, but I do rate the BFGs, and they will do everything that any of these owners will want to do, I personally think.
Yeah, and if anyone's going to do that stuff, it's you, Reuben.
Absolutely.
So we always talk about our 800mm wading depth from this point. So all Grenadiers are set up with a 800mm wading depth. There's some functions inside that we can start to set that up when we jump into the cabin. We'll go through that. Raised air intake on a Trailmaster, so it's not sealed, it's not a snorkel, it's a raised air intake about cleaner, cooler air up higher. So that's its purpose. We also have a Cat 6 indicator on these vehicles. That's because we sit in a commercial status for our registration purposes. And that may be a benefit to some people if they have that 1 tonne payload. Some ABN holders get some financial, talk to your accountant about that.
Yeah. So the NB1 category is that category, anything from 3.5 tonne over, and they're 35.50, aren't they?
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. And then moving along here, we've got our external utility rail. So good for some aftermarket products out there like tables, there's some shelves. We've really opened that up to what people can develop and what's going to come to market, which is pretty exciting. And we're seeing some clever options out there. And then looking at the roof, steel roof, so it can hold 420 kilos. It's got 150 kilo tie down points or handles up there, and also power to the roof, which are supported by Deutsch connectors, a size 12. So if you want to put lights up to your roof or power a rooftop tent, the Grenadier comes ready to go.
How cool is that? Because people look at them and they see all the switches on the roof and go, what does that do? And that's what I say to everyone. You don't have to go and spend a fortune with an auto electrician. It's all there pre-wired. So get yourself a Trailmaster and off you go.
That's it. It's ready to go. So, Reuben, we've got our doors. They are double sealed. So you've got a seal on the door and the body. So about keeping that noise, water, dust ingress outside. Does a great job. And then our flooring, which is heavy duty on a Trailmaster. You can actually lift the flooring up, hose it out, and there's bung holes in each footwell, so you can give it a good clean.
How bloody good's that? I think I'll be needing that one.
And the great thing about a Grenadier, which everyone notices once they see one in the flesh, is the doors are fair dinkum.
They absolutely are. And when you are sitting inside of it, I recommend cracking the window before you close the door, because I tell you what, they are sealed that well. You've really got to honk on it to actually close it.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good, very good. And then if we look in the rear here, under a Grenadier Trailmaster rear seats, you've actually got a second battery. So we have an AGM in here, which is changing on future models because everyone wants lithium now, which is a smarter option. But you do have these batteries in this model. They're balanced, so you've got two 10 amps and a CTEC 150 Smart Pass that balances those. The other great thing about a cab chassis is that you can pop these seats down and make it a really usable platform in the rear here. If you want to put a fridge or something in the back, you've actually got that, which will flow through all to the other side of the rear seats. You've also got a first aid kit to the behind the seats and a bottle jack ready to go if you need it.
How about that? I'm so short. All I have to do is put a sleeping bag and a pillow in there, and I've got a bed.
All right, so Reuben, now we've got some bash plates to the rear. We've got two recovery points, also legitimate ones again.
Yep.
We've got our tow kit to the rear, which is standard with all Trailmaster and Fieldmasters. To the right, you've got a 13 round connector, and we can swap that out to a 12 7-pin combination, which is a lot more common in Australia.
Yep.
We've also got the tow tongue, which has a quick release pin and a 17mm anti-rattle bolt underneath. So just got to remember to take that out if you're removing the tow tongue. And then you've got a NATO connector to the left, which is unique. I haven't seen it on any other vehicle. It essentially allows you to put a rear winch to the plate at the rear here, so that's unique, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so it's a big, massive power supply, isn't it?
Absolutely, 500 amps through it. So
yeah, I was just wondering whether there is a connector you can get there to go to a normal Anderson. So once the vehicle's powered, you know, like you could maybe power something else like your caravan or something through that. But anyway, that's something some more research we'll have to do, because like I said, I reckon it's bloody cool, that plug. Actually, come and have a look. You got two big outlets, just like an Anderson, but if you imagine Andersons get lots of water in them and they can get broken and very easily, I'd love to find the proper connector to utilise that. I reckon that's just sick as. And this is why I love the Ineos so much. There's so much cool, quirky shit that you don't get on another type of vehicle.
All right, Reuben, so here we got our filler. So you got your diesel filler here. Obviously, you're going to do a bit of work on this and come up with some options, which probably a lot of our owners are going to be very interested in seeing. Yep. We've also got the AdBlue inlet here. It's a 2 8-litre tanks, 16 litres in total. You can get up to 8,000, 10,000 Ks out of that. So it's a nice, not obtrusive. You don't have to worry about doing a long drive. It's a good system. So yeah, it works well.
It is. It's just the only drama I have with AdBlue. It's just an extra thing you have to fill up. But all of the cars that are diesel on the market these days, you got the new Super Duties coming out that have got it. I mean, I reviewed a Triton the other day, and it's a little tiny 2.4 litre bi-turbo thing, and it's got AdBlue. So it's just one of the things we have to live with, whether we like it or not. That's the future when you want to buy a diesel vehicle.
It is. Euro 6, we meet it. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So another unique part about the Grenadiers is our bonnet. So it's a double pull. So we do a pull and release, and then a second pull which unlocks it completely. All right, Reuben, and so with the double release, it means we're fully unlocked. There's none of this trying to find the latch and not being able to find it, look a bit like a goose. So now she's fully released, ready to go.
Look at that. That's bloody brilliant, isn't
it? The main reason you're going to pop in here is because the washer fluid when it runs empty.
Temp.
Yeah, and you got the coolant up to the rear. It is a BMW coolant, so you get in a pinch and you need to top it up. Distilled water as clean as possible. Brake fluid, obviously.
Nice and easy to get to.
Easy to get to. Everything's relatively set up so people can get to it. If you do need to top up your batteries or get some jumper leads in here, you've got your positive terminal there. And in the diesel, we use our earth negative in there. So, Reuben, you got your oil top-up access here. But if you want to check your oil, it is done in dash, and you can run a measurement in there at any point. And so the other thing, Reuben, we mentioned to owners is that the thermo fans, sometimes you walk away from the vehicle, you've shut it down, come back 15 minutes later and the thermo fans are still running. Perfectly normal. It's managing. It's the algorithm that makes sure everything's protected, and it's doing what it's meant to do. All right, Reuben. So you can see we've got the seal all the way around the engine bay. They've really had a good crack at trying to keep the dust and everything out. It's not 100%, but it does a really good job. And then when our owners are closing the bonnet, it's obviously the support arm out. And then about shoulder height, these two latches, really important that they lock in, and we don't want to be pressing down on the panelling because it's a bit light and we don't want to stress it. So there you go.
Look at that. Now that seems to be very, very shut, but there's another reason why you got to make sure that is shut, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. So if it's not sealed, if both the latches haven't locked on correctly, the vehicle will prompt you that they haven't, and they won't let you actually depart. So it's important that it's done correctly.
There you go.
All right, Reuben, so obviously this is where the driver sits. On this side, the driver's side, we've got the window controls. We've got our side mirror controls and our central locking controls as well. And obviously that are easily accessible for the driver. Recaro seats, leather, Reuben's decided to go with because he's a bit fancy. Fully adjustable, manual adjustment, fantastic seats, support the body. Do a great job. Steering column is fully adjustable, telescopically up and down. Everyone can find a comfortable position in a Grenadier. On the steering column, you've got your right stalk, which are your window wipers. You've got the Ineos toot, which is something that a lot of people hear about, and it's quite a friendly little toot. It's actually more useful than I anticipated. My kids know it very well. And then the more aggressive horn in the middle. You've also got volume control. You've got your toggling between stations and an OK button on the far right. On the left side of the steering wheel, you've got your cruise controls, your answer and hang up the phone. you've got your voice activated assistant as well. And then your left side are your wipers, your trip computer activation, and lamps toggle choices. So that's the controls around the steering. Then you've got your panel at the front here, which gives you your warning lights, your off-road mode, your indicators, and your lamps. So all that information is clearly indicated and communicated. Love the old school handbrake on a Grenadier, and it actually works. So you put the handbrake on, it will hold the vehicle in place, which is nice. And then when we get up high, this is where people jump into a Grenadier Quartermaster and look up and they go, wow, how good's this? So designed by aviation engineers. And to the rear, we've got our 12-volt switches, isolated cabling throughout the vehicle. You can control your winching, your lights to the roof. There's terminals in the footwells. It's just set up. Auto electricians love it because all the hard work's already done. And then we move forward to our off-road mode. So we've got our off-road mode, which as soon as you're getting off the bitumen and you think you're going to want the vehicle operating on the sand or in the mud, you turn it into off-road mode. It also, when you're in low range locked, you've got waiting mode, you've got downhill assist, and you can also add your rear locker and your front locker to that, so you're triple locked. If you can't get out of trouble with all of that going on, you probably shouldn't be where you are. And then we've got our lamp activations to the front there, including our projector lights and our spotlights. You can include those in the in your lights. And then we move to our information center in the middle here, which includes our speedometer, our RPM, our gearing panel, which includes high and low range and indicates all 8 gears, which can be accessed in the high and low range, which is unique. You've got your fuel, your temperatures, a small trip computer, and your odometer. So all easily communicated just to your left peripheral, where it's nice and safe, and it's a great system. And then you've also got your vitals for the vehicle. You can go in and check your oil. You can check your AdBlue levels. You can check your PSI and your tyres and reset that. You can check your battery, whether it's charging, discharging. You can see your pitch and roll in the vehicle. Grenadier's just come set up ready to go. You've got a compass, which includes your altitude on it. It's something that's quite unique, and it's a very comfortable place for a driver. And then as we move down, you've got your air conditioning controls, which include manual adjustments. And if you don't want to adjust manually, you can put it to auto and just choose the temperature in the cabin, and it will do the hard work for you. You can also turn off your bumper sensors front and rear. You can turn off the engine start stop if you don't like that. You've got another volume control that includes a big mute button. And then we get down to the fun stuff. We've got our DMW shifter, which is a different accessory or different addition to a Grenadier. Works really well. You've got manual shift, nice and easy. And then you've got your high, low range and lock in high and low range manual shifter as well. So everything's really accessible. The driver's got it within touch, a nice arm's length. It all works really well, and it's easily found. And that's the cockpit.
Well, thank you so much, Dicko, for that explanation, mate. Really, really appreciate that. Now, I hope you guys can understand how cool these cars really are, like getting that sort of a rundown. They've got so many features, and they're super, super capable, and I cannot wait to go start doing some touring in Australia.
Reuben, I'm keen to see what it's going to look like in a few months, mate.
Oh, look at that. I better get her on the truck and get her back to the workshop. Woo-hoo! Didn't we get a wet ass and the weather's turned to shit? Anyway, time to put her in the shed. We're going to go to the next level and chop this bastard in half.